Hi guys, I just thought I'd give you a few tips today. Just maybe you could save some money on your paints. Anything I can pass along, I'll be glad to let you know. Um, People have these paints and they dry up and you can't get the paint out. You throw it away, especially if you get down like almost all gone. So you don't want to bother with it. So here is my tip and solution. If you want to, you could do this, unless you got tons of money and you don't mind throwing them away. But anyway, look, this one is almost empty. And all I had to do, well, I'll take this one here. I took my scissors and I cut off, because I couldn't get it out on top no matter how much I tried. And it's my own fault for leaving the tops off. So if you leave the tops on, it might work. But I had tops on them before and it still dried up on me. So I'm just going to cut the very bottom of this off. So let's get that little, as close to the bottom as you can, because you don't want to waste paint. See? And it's off. Now you can use your paint by squeezing out the bottom. And I find it so much easier. And you know what? Even if you don't do anything else, that will dry up. Yes, that will dry up. But you can still get your paint out. So you'll still get paint out. So this is the really old. It's really old, it's dried up, but you can feel inside there is some paint. So I'm squeezing it down and squeezing it down, squeezing it down. And look, I still get a bit of paint come out. See that? And you can use that. You can definitely use it. So I'm just going to rub it off on my... I can get more paint out of that, just some up on the top. So I got some red, and pretty messy. Now that's all dried up, so it's hard to get it out. So all I do is I pull off that dried up paint. I take that off all together as much as I can, and then I just squeeze the bottom. Voila. Voila. See? Goes for all of them. And even this got hardly any paint in it whatsoever. And I bet you, if I squeeze hard enough, I will get some paint out of there. Let's try, let's try. Squeeze, squeeze. Come on. Come on. Come on a little bit. There we look at all that paint. Look at it. And there's more up there. So no need to waste your paints if they all dried up on you and everything. You can keep all your paints, all your tube paints, and cut the bottoms off and never have to worry anymore. Okay, so that's your first tip. Your second tip is when you are painting and you have all these brushes, right? I use two jars, one for my big brushes and one for my smaller brushes, because I find when your smaller brushes are in the jar, they go down underneath and you're digging looking for them everywhere, but with the smaller jar, the tops, you can see them better and you can grab them. That's another tip for you, number 2. Next tip is, if you want to, and you don't have a rake brush, I might have mentioned this in one of my other videos. This is a rake brush. It's great for when you're doing cabins and you pull down the paint, and it like this. Watch. Just watch this. Just pretend that's a cabin, and you just take it and you pull down, and it leaves these lines and gives you the look of wood. So if you don't have one of those, just take a small, medium Bristol brush like this, and take your scissors and cut in between those so you can space them out. Now my scissors are not very good, but just cut the bristles so that you spread them out like your rake brush, and then you can use them. You could use that then for doing your cabins and your houses and stuff. Okay, so that's another tip for you. What else can I tell you? Okay, so to save more money, every time you use your pallets, I just use styrofoam pallets, and I don't want this going to garbage. You don't want to be using it all the time because it's bad for the environment. So what I do is I reuse them all the time. And what I do is I put paint on them. I put some white paint on there, like that. And then I paint over it and let it dry, and voila, I have a brand new palette. See, just go over it with some paint. There we go, done. And I do that until I can't do it anymore, until it's almost too heavy to lift after by the time I go back over it several times. And don't take up too much room. They can stack on top of each other. You don't have any big old palettes to clean. All you have to do is paint it white. And you got a nice palette ready to go. Just wait until it dries so that you can put your paints back on there, okay? Good. What else can I tell you? Oh yes. So if you want to, say you are a big painter. Say you paint big murals on walls and stuff. Well, acrylic paint can be very expensive in these tubes. Those tubes are almost $5 each. And even these bottle paints are $1.25, $1.50, depending on where you buy them each. And there's not very much in it, so you wouldn't be long going through that, right? So buy a gallon of paint at your hardware store and or paint store, and buy a gallon of paint. As long as it's acrylic latex, it's the same. It's not too much different than what you use in the bottles. So yeah, gallons of paint is good. White, blue, red, whatever colors you need, especially if you're doing big paintings. You can also save money. Save money. This is all about saving today. So this is a canvas. It's a canvas, and pretend that this is a painting. This is where I was just practicing some trees. Now, of course, I ran out of canvases, say, and I need a canvas to do a painting. So all I have to do is put my paint on, same as you would with your palette. Put your paint on, white paint, and paint over this, and you got a new canvas to paint on, okay? And that's it. You let it dry, and treat it as if it's a new canvas. Don't have to do anything else. Just put one or two coats of paint on there, and then you got a new canvas to paint on, okay? So that's that. So that's how you save on your canvases. Because lots of times we use canvases, we do things on it that we don't like, and you can't fix it. Just, you know, it's just a bad painting, a practice painting, whatever it is. And if you don't need it and you need a canvas, just go over it and you got a canvas. So there we go. Good. Now where do I put this wet one? Oh my goodness. Do I want to get it on anything? Okay, so let me get rid of this. And what else would I tell you? Let's see. If you are painting a lot, I try to keep some handy wipes, any kind of wipes. And baby wipes are good, because then you know if they're good for babies, you know what, then they're really good for your hands. So there. So, and I keep that, and I keep it handy so that my hands, because you get full of paint all the time, so just wipe my hands and away to go. I also, well, these are some questions. Now, if you are looking at my videos and you have questions for me, I will answer your questions just like I'm doing now. So if you have any questions whatsoever, then you can email me or ask me a question on your comments in the YouTube video that you're watching. So, and I'll answer them, and I'll answer them like I am now, and I'll do my best to do anything I can to help you. I was going to, somebody had a problem, oh, they were asking me about how I glaze, that's right. How I glaze, well, you can glaze, all you need is a little jar, something like this, and a drop of water, and a bit of paint. So you can use any kind of flat brush, just probably a smaller one for now, because I'm just trying to show you. Now, this water is a little, okay. So, I'm just trying to figure out now, okay, let's see. So, I'm not going to be able to show you that right now because I didn't have enough water on me. Let me see. Nope, I don't have anything right now. I thought I had it all prepared, but I don't. And I don't want to hold you up. But, here, look, I can show you something. This is a glazing. So we'll do a small version of it. Okay, I'm going to put lots of water on my palette. Now, normally I would put that in a little bowl. some water, and then I would take a clean brush, a very clean brush, and then I would add whatever color I want to glaze. So say I want that trunk there, say I want to put a yellowish glow to it, or a yellowish, what would you call it, glaze. We'll just call it a glaze. So I'm just putting on some of my yellow paint, and I'm also going to put, because it's too yellow, I'm going to put a little bit of white there. Just a little bit to brighten it up. And then I might need more water. I want to make sure it's transparent. It has to be transparent, because if it's not, then you're going to lose everything that's underneath it. So just take that and glaze over the trunk of your tree. Now it doesn't make a big lot of difference there. So you could try another glaze. You could wait for that glaze to dry and put another one over it. So all it does really is just gives it another, it just changes the color a small bit. Just not a highlight, but it sometimes it just brightens up the colors underneath. Or if you got a brown underneath and you want to change, and put it a little bit lighter, and you put the glaze on. It's hard to see it there. If you put a glaze over this one, see, you're going to get a little bit of a lighter glaze. So you can glaze over rocks. Say if you want to glaze over this rock here to give it a bit of a yellowish tint to it. You might say, well, why do you bother with that? Why are you doing that? Well, sometimes you do enough glazes, you're going to get, it looks really pretty. It looks really nice. And you don't have to glaze the whole rock. You can just glaze parts of it, or parts of the, I should have did half of this just to show you the difference. But look, if you glaze it, so you can see that the color is there, but yet you can still see what's underneath. Okay? So that's that part. And then I could show you, somebody had a problem with their moon glow. So I would say just take a small flat bristle brush and take, when you're putting your moon on, you get your moon on. Now that can be dry if you want it to be dry, and then put your glaze on, your glow on after. I'm just going to put that there for now. So you clean your brush off really good. Remember I told you before about cleaning your brush really good and then going back in and dry brushing? Well, that's what this is all about, okay? So then you just take your mist and take it on the outside of, now it's a bit wet, so if I touch off it I'm going to grab some paint. But then because your brush don't have very much paint on it, you can go around that move and make a really nice glow. And then you can move out till the glow almost fades away into the sky. Okay? So you start in here, and then you go around circles, out further, out further, out further, and that will give you a glow. Also, somebody was asking about mist. So if you want to mist up the bottom of your mountain here, you just, same thing, dry brush. Put some white paint on your brush, or white with a little bit of blue, or whatever color you want. It'd be gray. And so you clean it all off, so that there's hardly any paint on it. And then you touch and you scrub in what's left over on your brush. See that? If you need more paint, go and get it. Wipe it off and scrub. Now see, I got too much. So you got to be careful with these dry brushing techniques, because if you got too much paint, I'd rather have less paint and go back and get more than have too much, because it's hard to get rid of it then, unless you go back to the main color. So that's a few tips there. But like I said, anybody got any questions, ask me and I'll answer them like this in little bits and pieces. I think that might be it for now. I was going to say how to practice before you paint. So say you want to do, say you're doing a scene with some tree trunks. So this is your painting, and you don't want to ruin that painting. You don't want to spoil it at all. So what you have to do is you have to take a piece of old scrap paper. This is cardstock that was left over, and it's nice and stiff, so you can work with it. So say you want to do that tree trunk, but you want to do a really nice painting here, but you're not sure how it's going to look on your canvas. So just take an old scrap of paper and practice a few few tree trunks. Just practice them, you know, and then no matter how bad it comes out, see that, oh, well, that didn't work out very good, so now you know, because you could have did that on your canvas. So keep practicing till you get what you're looking for, and as soon as you get what you like, and you know how to do it, and you're happy with it, then you can put it on your canvas. Okay? So say you want, so you practice, you couldn't get it, because that's what would come out on your canvas, on your one that you're trying to get. So then you keep trying and find, oh, okay, I'm getting it. Now I know how to do it. That's how it works. That's the brush I have to use. That's the color paints. Now you know what to put on your nice painting. So that's that tip. I think I'm going to leave it for now, and I'll add some more tips later for you. And I'll, yes, and if you have any questions, I will certainly answer them for you. And I really hope you have a great day, and that you have a happy painting day. Talk to you later.